The bye week is over, and now we're back to football with 6 games left. At this point, just hurry it up. I'm about done with the rest of the season. I mean, it's really not much to talk about at this point. We're going up against one of the best teams in the league at this point, not just the AFC but the league. We're going prime time, which we still haven't found a win. And I mean, at this point, it's either do your best just to stay competitive or just get crushed. So without further ado, let's just get straight to it.
What's up, this man? Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance.
Hey, Off the Bench, it's 89. Check it out.
What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb here, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We are on the road to 1,000 subs, so if you can, without further ado, just do me one quick solid. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and and be sure to comment in the comment section, and be sure to hit that bell notification so you could be abreast of what's next, going on further with more content. Before we go any further, let's address the comment section. And we got, as always, the homie, Lil C. White. Yo, what up, Big Herb? How you doing, my brother? Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and the NFC East has gotten very interesting with these Eagles losing to the Bears. Okay, so let's start off with that right there. All righty. Because that wasn't even part of the show, but Lil C. White does stuff like this that I love. He hijacks the show in a very good way, because I mean, he brings out so many great points that we just have to address, and it's just like, man, if I miss something, I got shout out to the homie Lil C. White, because he always has something to bring up that's interesting to talk about. So with that is concerned, here's my thoughts. Fuck them birds on everything I love, because as much as I hate the Cowboys, the Eagles over the last 20 years have been doing very good as an organization. So I can't knock them for that. But I will say this, fuck them forever. They are where my dad pretty much grew up hating the Cowboys because they were good the same time that we were good. Yeah, the Eagles have become that team that I hate almost as much as the Cowboys. And I mean, it's just because they've been winning as of late. They're arrogant as hell. And I mean, all right. I mean, they have the right to be, because understand, if I'd be an unbearable asshole if if we were actually winning. You should have seen me like down the stretch last year if you haven't seen me before. By the way, if this is your first time tuning in, please make sure you hit that like, comment in the comment section, and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you can be abreast of what's next. Yeah, but I love it. Here's the thing: I don't like the Bears, but I mean, hey, it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend, temporary friend. So I mean, I have nothing but love for Caleb. He's a friend of what's his name? He's kin to one of my family. So I'm cool with him. I don't fuck with the Bears, but hey, the Bears they handle their business. I got it. They look legit, I have to say. And the Eagles are looking like pretenders at this point. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, the Cowboys look really good down the stretch. I don't know about y'all, but I mean, like I've said before over the last few weeks, at this point, I'm ready to just tank the season. I'm ready for them to just go ahead and just get a high draft pick, and we can do whatever we can with said pick. But at this point, I got as a football fan first, I can acknowledge when a team that I hate is good. And the Dallas Cowboys have been showing up as of late. I can't deny them that, as much as I want to say fuck them. I just have to keep it a buck. They are doing good right this second. So you got to give a shout out to them real quick because they have been very productive down the stretch. They're finding ways to win. George Pickens is looking like one of the best receivers in the league. That is looking like a great pickup for them. Obviously, he's a good talent. He's a very good talent. But it's like you see what it's like when you actually have a good quarterback behind the helm, under the helm. But yeah, it's working out for them. CeeDee Lamb is CeeDee Lamb, so you're not gonna get me to knock them. They are good. Defense is playing pretty solid enough to make sure that they could get a win. They're not the best. They were never the best this year, but they're doing good enough to win. So I can't knock them for it. As for the Eagles, they look like pretenders to me. Defense is the only thing that's holding them above water. Their defense is still a good defense. You're not going to get me to knock on their defense. Their defense is really good at the end of the day. It's their offense that looks anemic to me. I've been saying this for the longest time, but Eagles fans keep saying, "Oh, you're just a hater." And yeah, I'm a hater, but I could acknowledge when you're good. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. Jalen Hurts is a serviceable quarterback. He does well when in order to win against those teams, but you've seen it this year. I mean, I could sit here and just be quiet for the rest of the season, and you're going to see exactly what he's doing. He's not a productive quarterback, man. Just because you can run a little bit does not mean that you're a good quarterback. I mean, your best receiver, and I'm not even saying this just to hype him up. A.J. Brown is one of the best receivers in the league, top 5. And it's just like, what the hell is going on? So I have to go ahead and say, like, dude, he's not a good quarterback. You just got to make and your offensive coordinator ain't doing you no favors either. Saquon Barkley looks like a shell of himself, and I'm enjoying every second of it. So die Eagles die on the road to misery. Thank you, Lil C. White, for going ahead and hijacking the show real quick. He also says Terry's back, and Will Harris back is huge for us. This is what we really needed. But the question is, will these guys come out of the game healthy? Is a big concern. I definitely agree with you. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the Commanders news, because we are gonna go ahead and talk about the game leading up to this weekend, going up against the Denver Broncos. So let's start off with that. Number one, there is news brewing in Santa Clara, California, where the 49ers pretty much are reigning over right now. The 49ers have voided Brandon Ayuk's guarantees of his contract that he just signed, a 4-year, $120 million contract the year prior. The guarantees were voided because he wasn't he had meetings that he had missed that was supposed to be going over for his rehab assignments. It was supervised. Ayuk has ghosted 49ers supervised rehab assignments that they wanted him to attend after tearing his ACL and MCL. The Niners has also been wanted to trade him, but it looks like he was trying to sabotage the whole entire thing because he did not want to get traded. He wanted to be with the team, but also with the injury that he sustained last year, it's looking like he was trying to go ahead and sabotage it. So with that being said, they went ahead and pretty much voided his guarantees. And it looks like they're probably going to let him go by the end of the season. And so with us being Commander fans, and I mean, we were trying to get him the year before. A lot of people were saying they're like, oh, we need to go and pick him up. And before we go ahead and do that, I think we need to go ahead and just pump our brakes a little bit. Number one, you have to look at it from the standpoint of this. We need to make sure that we have healthy players who are going to be playing and being productive. Because I'm speaking for her. I'm tired of everybody getting hurt. I've never dealt with an injury list like this. I've dealt with injuries before, key players here and there, being out for the whole season and everything. I understand this is a collision sport, not a contact sport. This is a collision sport. I understand that people are going to get injured. Not my own number 1, 2, 3, and 4 receiver getting knocked out for a majority of the season. Not my 1, 2, 3 defensive pass rushers out for the season. Not my 1, 2 cornerbacks, starting quarterbacks being out for the whole entire majority, being out for the rest of the season. Not my number 1 safety who was out majority of the season. Not my starting quarterback who was the offensive rookie of the year last year, who got us to the NFC Championship, out majority of the year. How are we supposed to go ahead and sustain some type of continuity if everybody is hurt? That's why I've been saying the injury bug is the MVP of the season this year, because he is not only taking out like majority of our players, but majority of the star players out this season as well. I mean, damn, Lamar Jackson, you could tell he's been hurt, and he looks like a shell of himself. Now, granted, he won a few games before this Thanksgiving game that I don't know what the hell happened, but I mean, he doesn't look like himself. He's obviously hurt, and there's obviously something else that's going on. You got other players out there. What's his name? Even look at Miami. You look at seeing what Cheetah, Tyreek Hill was. He's out for the season. Malik Neighbors. Who else? Cam Scatterboo. What's his name? Jackson Dart went in New York. I mean, all these good players are out. And I mean, hey, they just this injury bug is a motherfucker this year. So while you out there saying that, there's top players as far as like Mahomes, Allen, who else? Jonathan Taylor are MVP candidates. Yeah, fuck all that. It's the injury bug because that motherfucker's been on one the whole season. And just looking at the comment section real quick, Lil C. White says, you have Daniel Jones playing with a broken fibula, which is crazy. That's news to me because I'm gonna be honest with you. If you ain't on Primes on TV, I haven't really been watching. And the fact that he has a broken fibula and is playing, that's crazy work. I just also, guys, you got to realize I've been working a shitload of overtime. It's the holiday season and somebody got to pay for these gifts. So, I mean, apologies when it comes down to knowing everything like Lil C. White is right now, because shout out to him. But yeah, that's crazy work. Okay. Also, I need to go as far as getting back onto the whole entire Brandon Ayuk. Me personally, this sounds like very arrogant for somebody who's like depleted at receivers. I'm good, because my thing is this: if you're showing me this before you even get here, I mean, nothing short of you getting the ball every single play and winning, and we ain't really winning over here. You might be able to get a lot of targets because JD5 is your guy, but also it's just like, I don't know how I feel about him. He's going to be 28 by the time March gets here. Also, I mean, he's a good compliment to Terry. You have questions about the whole entire Debo situation, because are we going to resign him? Are we going to let him go? If you go ahead and pick up Brandon Ayuk, it better be on a team-friendly contract, because, dudes, you're coming off an injury, and then on top of that, we find out that you've been ditching supervised rehab assignments. That says a lot. I mean, and you want to go ahead and I'm usually on team player majority of the time. About 95% of the time, I'm team player. In this situation, you have to still be professional at the end of the day, and you ditching rehab assignments, that's not good, my guy. I'm not going to say that it's like the ultimate firing or whatever, but I mean, it's definitely a damnable offense It's not on the terms of where when I mean by that is meaning like it's not that situation to where it's like you essayed a person or you assaulted somebody or anything like that. It's not as bad as that, but yeah, that's the trust issue with me. Because you're trying to get what you want. And it's actually, and let's not be his thing. As much as I will go ahead and say Ayuk hasn't been the greatest player as far as like behavior wise as of late. Because I mean, I didn't forget about that fact that you put out Jaden Daniels plays out there before because you wanted to go ahead and try to get his practice plays because you wanted to get traded or get resigned. I didn't forget about that shit. I remember that. I do remember some of the antics that he was doing before he got the contract. Granted, we had the whole entire situation with Terry. Terry wasn't doing that type of shit. He wasn't he wasn't doing reckless shit. Now, was he doing stuff that we liked? No, we didn't. We didn't like some of the stuff that he was doing as far as bringing his agent out there. But I mean, that's his agent. That's his representation. And I mean, as much as I don't like it, it's not like, oh, I'm letting out the plays, letting people know what plays we running over here. No, I don't like that. Don't do that shit. It's a character flaw. I mean, what's his name? We know Terry was just doing whatever he could to get his money. And I'm not saying Ayuk wasn't doing the same. I'm just saying there's a way to carry yourself when it comes down to doing that. And with him being 28, that also is going under my, if you're under 20, if you're over 27, I don't know. But it also is a situation where you got to think about it like, look, we really are depleted at receiver. So we need as much as we can. I will go ahead and say this. In their last Super Bowl run that they had, he was a second team All-Pro. So we know that he's capable of being good. And then on top of that, we know what it's like because that's him and Jaden are best of friends. So, I mean, who knows? JD could probably talk some sense into him like, yo, chill the fuck out. If he does get signed over here. He's also has the ties with AP, Adam Peters, with his time in San Francisco as well. So it's a lot of connections that you got to do with that. Also, I want to talk about the last part of today's news is former QB coach, because Tavita Pritchard will be leaving the team, and it's not due to injury. But we have to give a congratulations to the guy because he has been promoted as the new head coach of the Stanford of Stanford in California. So shout out to him being the new head coach for Stanford University. That's a big job right there because Stanford used to be really, really good at some point. And with him being, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was the backup to Andrew Luck while he was out there. So he has he has ties to that's his alma mater. So it's also going to be a good look to see him out there just doing his thing. So I look forward to seeing what he could do for the team out there. So I mean, congratulations to him. I'm not mad at him for taking the job. I mean, I just wish he could have stayed on of the staff and everything. He actually was a very good offensive, what's his name, a QB coach. He's got a lot of praise, so congratulations to him. I hope that he does well. Other than playing my Terps and my Wolverines, and we're not gonna talk about that game right this second because what the fuck. Damn it, go blue. Yeah, fuck Ohio State. All right, so getting into it. So next up, we got to talk about our next team that we're playing, the Denver Broncos. So yeah, the Denver Broncos is currently 9-2, coming off a bye week. They are first in the AFC West with a record of 9-2. Like I just said, they're on an 8-game winning streak. We're playing on Sunday Night Football during prime time, which we couldn't get bounced out of because everybody wants to see the Broncos. Because the Commanders really ain't hitting right now. We couldn't we couldn't bounce that game to another time. So everybody is like, nah, we still want to see the Broncos, and all the haters wants to see us get our ass whooped. All time, we are both tied at 8 games apiece. One of the biggest games that in Commanders history is the game where we scored 35 points in one quarter, a Super Bowl record. When Doug Williams took us to the Super Bowl and became the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl, first black starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl. So shout out to him for that. That's a little bit of history, tail of the tape between the two of us as well. Let's talk about the keys to victory. So keys to victory, really ain't much to be victorious about at this point because we ass. But I always say every single time, whenever you walk in, I want you to feel like you learned something. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the keys to victory. First things first, try your best to run good on this defense. And that's not saying much because Denver is the second best run team in the league. They're 5th against the pass and 3rd in total defense. So have fun trying to go ahead and just move the ball against this very good defense. They have, what's the name? Pat Surtain, the second reigning defensive player of the year coming back. So, yeah, have fun with that shit. You also have, what's the name? Denver leads the league in sacks with 49.0 sacks and has a legit chance to go ahead and beat the record, which is 72 with 6 games left. So, because they apply so much pressure. And if they're going to, let's just put it there, because JD5 is not playing in this game this week. We have, what's the name? Marcus Mariota coming back to play. So, yeah, Marcus Mariota is going to be running like a chicken with his head cut off. Awesomeness was good. Appreciate you stopping by and watching the show. Appreciate it most definitely. Also, it's you have to 1 second. You have to look at it from the standpoint of this. Terry McLaurin is also coming back this week, but it looks like he's going to be on a pitch count. So that's something to look out for as well. You also have DQ, who coached he took the play calling situation. He called the defense last game against the Dolphins. Did a really good job, but let's keep it a buck. They're the Dolphins. The Dolphins ain't anything to be scared about. Tua is not the same player that he was. Jalen Waddle was a good receiver, but if he's the only one that's out there, and they handle him, we handled him pretty well. Devin H when had a great game, but I mean, this offense really doesn't have. The Denver Broncos offense has been serviceable. They have been good enough to win you games because the defense is the ones who really are winning the game for you. They can go ahead and put up a few points here and there to make sure that they can go ahead and try to take the lead and everything, and the defense is pretty much going to shut you out. As far as that's concerned, though, with DQ taking over the last game play calling, you got to wonder how's he going to do pretty much this next game coming up, because granted, the Broncos over the last 3 games has averaged 15 points a game. I think they had it was 10 points one game, 15 points another game, and 22 the other one. So yeah, what are we going to do what are they going to do as far as showing out with this defense? I need to know what Dan Quinn is going to do come this next game. You need him to force turnovers. The one thing I can honestly say is that even though he hasn't been really playing that great this year, Mikey Sanders still has been the only person who's actually getting turnovers this year. So we need other players to step up in situations to go ahead and try to force turnovers. One thing that you can honestly say as far as this team, another thing, key point to victory, even though they are the most penalized team in the league, Denver is the most penalized team in the league, getting 8.5 flags a game. So you have to take advantage of their mistakes. So if they holding, I mean, you got to make sure that you get them off the field. If you can try to force that pass interference, you got to take advantage of those situations. You can't just let them just go ahead and just beat you into submission. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on it as far as the keys to victory. Now, the key X factor, there really ain't one because there's nobody on our side that actually can say like it can change the whole entire game at this point. Even our key contributors, they're not at a point to where it's just like, hey, I could change the game. And because the one person who I think who could have changed the game is JD, but even still, you don't have anybody open to throw to at this point. I mean, shit, it's gotten to a point to where we're actually legit asking, like, hey, who should we be throwing the ball to? Because these guys are old. These guys are injured. What the hell are we going to do? I mean, it's getting to a point even to me to where I'm looking at as far as like players to watch. Okay. Who we going to be out there watching? Because our defense and our offense has not been productive this year. They really ain't showed that much, and it's getting to a point to where it's like, look, we need to do something. And I say just at this point, this is a tape game for me for the rest of the season. Because let's see, you got the Broncos this week, you got the Vikings the following week, you got the Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. I'm sorry, Eagles. So with 6 games left, at this point, man, just go ahead and just play your young players. I want to see how Kane Madrano is going to do. I want to see how Jordan McGee is going to play. I want to see Ben Sinnott play. I want to see Jalen Lane play their tails off. I don't care if they're slow. I don't care if they look like they're draped. I need to see something. I need to see, are they going to do the extra to go ahead and get me prep for next year? Jaden needs targets for next year because Zach Ertz ain't going to be here. Bobby Wagner's not going to be here. We need other players to go ahead and come in here and show us what they got for next year. And currently right now, we really ain't got nobody else that's out there just on our team who can really show like, hey, we can do something. Noah Brown's hurt. He ain't here no more. As far as I'm concerned, he ain't here no more. Terry McLaurin's hurt. Now, is he going to play this week? He's on the pitch count, if you ask me. Honestly, I wouldn't even play him. I need you to get better for next year because you coming out here right now ain't really going to do it, mean a hill of beans. If you're 100%, yeah, go out here, play. But what are you going to do for me? Because my starting quarterback ain't coming out here with this type of situation. The boy couldn't even give out turkeys for Thanksgiving. And you want me to go ahead and put him back in the game? You want me to put JD, our starting quarterback, to go ahead and play? And he couldn't even hand out turkeys. Yeah, I'm good. Let him sit for the rest of the year. Okay? I'm just let the younger players out there play. The people who are on the brink are like, hey, should we keep this person or not? The Jazon Newtons, where the hell are you going to be? Are you going to be here next year? Are you going to be a key contributor? Deron Payne, been balling out. Yes, but yes, at the same time, he's on a contract year. He's like, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's 29, about to be 30. Are we gonna resign him? Or is he gonna be the same old Deron Payne when he ain't got a contract coming up? I got questions about that. I need to see is Ben Simmons the second round draft pick that we supposed to pick up. I don't want a Kyle Juszczyk. I want a George what's his name? George Kittle. I want to know, is he good enough to where we can work? We don't have to worry about drafting a tight end. I want us to be competitive in these games, even if we're not competitive and these guys are showing that they're able to play against these in coverage. The Kane Madranos, who was really fast coming out of college, can he cover? Jordan McGee has shown promise. I want to see is he going to be the guy next year? And truth be told, I think with him playing as much as he has over the last couple of weeks, I think he could possibly be the guy of the future. But it remains to be seen. And that's just what I feel as far as with this team, man. I mean, it's just getting to a point to where, yeah, I understand the end is near. But I'm also saying this: be competitive. Show me some drive. Show me that you actually gonna be productive next year. Because it starts now. At this point, you showing me that you actually are really good at maintaining as far as developing talent at this point. I'm good with it. So you can stay. If you're showing me that you're progressing, I'm all for it. But if you're regressing or you old, you can go kick rocks. If you're 27 years old at this point, and if you ain't coming off a Pro Bowl year or caliber year, you can go. I need to build with young players. Look at the whole situation going on with Green Bay. Last year alone, they had the youngest squad in the NFL. The youngest. And they were still productive. They just happened to walk into a buzzsaw with what's the name? The Eagles. So it is what it is at this point. But let's go into the injuries and who's going to be playing and who's in and out. As of right this second, Drake Jackson, the defensive end who we picked up a couple months ago, he is out. It looks like because he was on IR when we picked him up. It looks like he's in the 21-day protocol as far as coming off of IR, short-term IR. They have 21 days to go ahead and put him back onto the roster, or he will be out for the year. It's looking like he's probably going to be playing by next week, so that's something to look at. Noah Brown, he's out. As far as I'm concerned, just keep him on IR. I mean, at this point, dude, you played your last game in Washington. You're always hurt. And this isn't just here. You've been hurt a lot throughout your career. I really hope that he is, because he's forever going to have that moment of the Hail Mary in my eyes, and I'm always going to be appreciative of that. But let's keep it a buck, man. He ain't doing good. And he's always hurt. The production is not there where we thought it would be. So he can go ahead and he could be gone. Traylon Burks, the people who are out is Drake Jackson, Noah Brown, and of course JD5. Those guys are out. Listed as unspecified. Traylon Burks, who else? Jalen Lane, Ali Ko, Frankie Louvu, Terry McLaurin, Chris Moore, and Chris Rodriguez, and Ben Sinnott. All honesty, I think they're going to play. The ones who are questionable is Will Harris, Tyler Ott, and yeah, those guys are questionable. So the injury list is still prominent on this team. People are hurt, but at the same time, we need to make sure that they could just, if they're going to play, then let them play. As far as the Broncos are concerned, with their whole entire team, right this second, the only person who's out, Nate Atkins, the tight end, who has a knee injury, and he's out. He did not practice the whole entire week. And Jonah Ellis, The linebacker had a hamstring injury. He's questionable. He had light practice pretty much the whole entire week. We already know about those hamstring issues. Just look at JD5. Yeah, just go ahead and sit your boy. I mean, you guys are gonna win anyway. So I would we're the get right game. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. We're the get right game. Patrick Surtain looks like he's gonna be playing. Oh, excuse me. This weekend as well, with him coming back. But like I said, he was the defensive player of the year last year. So yeah, hopefully, well, he's coming back. But yeah, guys. At this point, what's my thoughts on the score? I'm gonna go with Denver 24, Washington 17. We're gonna go ahead and put a couple points on the board, but the defense is just too good. I think with DQ making the calls on the field, he's going to be doing better than what we had with Joe Wick Jr. But at the same time, this offense is good enough to put 21 points on the board and let the defense go ahead and wreak havoc. So, yeah, they're productive. They get to the quarterback. They run. They stop the run well. They stop the pass great. They're the number 3 team in what's the name total defense on the whole entire year. So I'm sorry, that's a 3. I think that they are the third best total defense this year. So that's something for them to look forward to. I mean, they know that our offense is anemic. We can't run the ball, we can't pass the ball because we ain't got no receivers. Yeah, and we got a backup quarterback in at this point with Marcus Mariota. Shout out to but yeah, this is the end of the show, guys. I appreciate you guys for staying by, watching us go all the way through. Please, before you go, make sure you hit that like, comment in the comment section. If you're looking at the playback, hit the bell notification so this way you can be abreast of what's next, going on to the next show. And subscribe to the channel, guys. As we always do every single week, we want to thank every single person that's on here. That's appreciate you guys just staying by, watching boy. It's been a trying season, guys, but I mean we're still here. We're gonna tough it out. We're gonna go. The off season is gonna be the one thing that's where the drama is gonna be, and we need to see how this team is actually gonna produce. Because AP got a lot of work to do, DQ got a lot of work to do, and we got more questions down the road. So yeah. So like we always do every single show, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.